Hi folks, this is Vicki at patternprincess.com. Today I want to show you how to do this lovely crochet stitch. It's called the Sober Granny Stitch. And I've done it, this one here, the sample I've done in Karen Simply Soft. It's a soft blue, I think. The actual tutorial I'm going to do in a gray yarn. And I just did a few rows so you can see the stitches are slanted. So every other row, they go back and forth this way. It creates a lovely texture. It's a nice reversible stitch. And I think it would be pretty for shawls, blankets, you name it, purses, just about whatever you can think about. I think that it would be a lovely pattern for. I think it's a really versatile one. I'm going to be working in a blanket pattern soon using that stitch. But I want to show you how to work this. This is a repeat of row 2. Your beginning stitches are multiples of 4 plus 2. So I think the sample here, I think I'm going to do 18 stitches, which would be multiples of 4, makes it 16. 4 times 4 is 16, and then we'll add 2 to make it 18. So we're going to do our chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, and hopefully I counted right. All right. Now in the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, that second chain from the hook, we don't count the loop on the hook. We're going to work a single crochet, and then we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. That counts as a double crochet for us. We're going to yarn over, and in that same stitch, we're going to work 4 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then we're going to, in the 4th stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 4th stitch, do a single crochet. The pattern that we just did is pretty much the repeating pattern throughout. The only difference is going to be is how you begin your rows. So that starts to create kind of a nice little shell loop. It brings that whole thing down. Now we chain 2, 1, 2, and then we do our 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, whoops, I didn't get all my loops, 4. So again, that counts as a double crochet. So it's really like having a 5 double crochet in each stitch. So sometimes you got to pull it apart. See that one, how it wanted to, because when you're working multiple stitches in a loop, it'll make that loop bigger and the one next to it smaller. So sometimes you give it a good pull and make sure you don't miss a stitch. So right here's a stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Do our single crochet, chain 2, and then we'll do our 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I think that's just 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to find out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, did it right. Single crochet, chain 2. This will be our last little cluster of this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we skip 3, and then in the 4th one, which is the last stitch, we're going to do a single crochet. And then I'm going to make my loop bigger and show you here. Take my hook out. This is how your row 1 should look. It does get, when you do a longer swatch of this, it gets kind of twisty and curvy and whatnot until you get your 2nd and 3rd row kind of going. It, you know, sometimes some of the crochet, it'll get kind of wonky, and don't let that discourage you. It'll come out, I promise. So that looks really nice. if I was going to make sure, if I knew I was going to make a border on this, and I wasn't going to be working in these stitches and having it be lacy, then I probably do a row of single crochet and then start my stitches, because then it seems to pull apart less. When you if you do a row of single crochets around it as a border, it'll sometimes pull apart. I have another blanket that I've done where I've actually worked in the bottom of the stitches, and it worked out really nice. Okay, so here we go. We've turned our work. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Counts as a double crochet. Going to yarn over, and then right in that single crochet space, that last stitch that we just worked, we're going to do 2 double crochet. 1, 2. Now we're going to skip all 4 double crochets, and from now on, the rest of the row, we're going to be working around those chain stitches that we made. Okay, so we're going to insert our hook, and we do our single crochet, chain 2, and then working in there, we're going to do our 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we skip over to that next chain 2 space and do a single crochet, chain 2, and then our double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to come up on our last cluster, I guess you'd call it. Here we go, a single crochet, chain 2, and our double crochets. 1, 3, 4. Then we go all the way to the end, and where we had our first chain stitches, right in that top, we're going to now, instead, you could put your stitch inside of here if you wanted to, if you prefer to put it here, but I put it actually right in the stitch here, and you just do that single crochet. That's how you end it. So this is how it looks after row 2. That was a repeating row. That's this whole pattern, and it comes up with this lovely stitch pattern like this. I'm just loving how it's looking. And then, so rows 3 and beyond, you repeat row 2, you do your chain 3, and then your 2 double crochet. And once you get rolling on this, you just kind of count your double crochets to make sure you have them in there, but whoopsies, gotta do a single crochet. But it's a nice one to spend time with the family and then be able to make something really pretty without having to think too hard, because you have this repeating pattern. 3, 4, and then our single crochet. So we just continue to repeat on. Doesn't that look nice? I hope you give the Sober Granny Stitch a try, and I'd love to see your work. Make sure you tag us and share the projects that you're doing and tell us about them. We love to hear. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and you will also find the written part of this pattern on the website, patternprincess.com, along with all of our other free patterns. Enjoy your crochet time, and thanks for watching.